Sweetwood Reviews.
Do 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 do.
Yep, that's right. What's up, everybody? How we doing? And we're going to be talking about Lethal Weapon 2, a 1989 buddy cop action comedy film directed by Richard Donner. It is the sequel to the 1987 Lethal Weapon and the second installment in the Lethal Weapon franchise. Now, this is produced by Silver Pictures, distributed by Warner Brothers. Music by Eric Clapton, Michael Kamen, and David Sanborn. Let's get into the cast. Mel Gibson as Martin Riggs, Danny Clover as Roger Murtaugh, Joe Pesci as Leo Getz, Josh Ackland as Arjun Rudd, Derek O'Connor as Peter Vorstedt, Patsy Kensit as Rika Van Den Haas, and so on and so forth. And it had a budget of $30 million. At the box office, made $227.9 million. And it was released July 7th, 1989, distributed by Warner Brothers. So, let's get into the plot. 2 years after the events of the first film, LAPD Sergeants Martin Riggs and Roger Murtaugh are pursuing unidentified suspected of drug trafficking. However, they discover that they have been transporting an illegal shipment of gold in the form of Krugerrand coins from the African Apartheid government of South Africa. Later, Consul General Arjun Rudd and security agent Peter Vorstedt kill Hans, the man who lost a shipment of Krugerrands, and debate how to steer the police away from their activities. Peter suggests warning Murtaugh off the investigation, so commits a home invasion on his residence, causing Captain Murphy to reassign Riggs and Murtaugh to protect an obnoxious federal witness, Leo Getz. It soon becomes clear that both cases are related after an attempt on Leo's life. Riggs and Murtaugh learn of the former's murky past laundering funds for eventual drug smugglers. Leo explains how the laundering works and leads them to the gang, but upon dispatching his would-be assassin and returning with backup, they are confronted by Rudd, who invokes diplomatic immunity on behalf of his associates, leaving the LAPD powerless to take action against them. Though instructed to leave the case alone, Riggs begins openly harassing Rudd and Romance's secretary, Rika Van Den Haas, a liberal-minded Afrikaner who despises her boss and his racial philosophy. Murtaugh enlists Leo's help in creating a scene at the consulate that wins the support of anti-apartheid protesters outside. Vorstedt is dispatched to murder all the officers investigating them, while Murtaugh deduces that Rudd is attempting to ship funds from his smuggling ring in the United States to Cape Town via Los Angeles Harbor. Two assassins attack Murtaugh at his home, but he kills them both with his contractor's nail gun, though Leo is abducted in the process. Meanwhile, Vorstedt seizes Riggs at Van Der Haas' apartment and discloses he was responsible for the death of Riggs' wife years earlier during a botched assassination attempt on him. He has his men kill Rika by drowning her, and orders him to do the same to Riggs, who escapes and brutally kills both men. Riggs phones Murtaugh, declaring an intention to pursue Rudd and avenge his wife Rika and their fallen friends. Murtaugh willingly forsakes his badge to aid his partner. After rescuing Leo and destroying Rudd's house, they head for the Alba Varden. Rudd's freighter docked in the port of Los Angeles as the South Africans prepare their getaway with hundreds of millions in drug money. While investigating a guarded cargo container at the docks, Riggs and Murtaugh discover Rudd's laundered drug money, but are locked inside by Rudd's men. They break out, scattering 2 pallets of money into the harbor in the process. Riggs and Murtaugh engage in a firefight with Rudd's men aboard the Alba Varden before separating to hunt down Rudd. Riggs confronts and fights Svordset hand to hand, stabs the latter with his own knife, and drops a container on him. Rudd retaliates by shooting Riggs in the back multiple times, and again invokes diplomatic immunity when Murtaugh aims his gun at him. However, Murtaugh fatally shoots him and declares that his immunity has just been revoked. He then tends to Riggs, and they share a laugh as more LAPD personnel respond to the scene. So that's the plot. And there will be a sequel after this, so bye-bye, ... #sequel. See you later. Okay, let's get into my thoughts real quick. I thought Mel Gibson and Danny Glover do great as their characters again. Of course, we got Joe Pesci as Leo Getz, and he cracked me up in here. You always get fucked in the drive-thru, and that's one of the best parts of the movie in my book, when he's in the car messing around about the drive-thru. And Jaws Ackland does a good job as the villain, rest in peace. And the cast is pretty good. And Patsy Kensit does good as Rika Vanda Haas, the love interest. She did pretty good. And another scene that cracked me up was when Danny Glover was on the toilet and there was a grenade, a bomb to the toilet. It goes, just call a few people. Don't get everybody involved. Every police squad is at his house. And that cracked me up. I knew it was going to happen. Oh, God, it cracked me up. Oh, man, that was funny. And he was embarrassed by that. I think this is a pretty good sequel. I think Joe Pesci does really good at the comedy here. And he's a great addition to the team in Lethal Weapon 2. And I think this is a pretty damn good sequel. It's definitely enjoyable. 1989. It's definitely a really fun sequel. I certainly enjoyed this quite a bit. I really did enjoy the movie quite a bit. Good comedy, good action. The cast is good. And I did like the helicopters shooting Mel Gibson's trailer. That was pretty cool as well. And it has a good final fight. And everything's it's a really fun movie. So Lethal Weapon 2 is a pretty damn good sequel, and I really enjoyed this one quite a bit. Great film. So that's it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys in the next video. Take care.